this bamboo farm works amazing, and today I'm gonna show you how to make some different bamboo farms. And what do you think? I think it looks pretty good as well. I am Xari and this is Under the Sea episode 3, and today I'm gonna work with bamboo and I'm gonna show you what kind of different farms you can make with bamboo. But first, let's look where we can actually build that bamboo farm. So I chose this spot, and then it's gonna be there in the wall. So it is basically next to the starter house, underneath the iron farm in the collection area, and then there in the wall I want to make the bamboo farm. Now we have a lot of different bamboo farms, and the easiest of all, of course, is the manual one. You can just grow it, break it and collect it. Then a little bit step up is the manual one with a hopper, and of course you can do one block, but you can also do a row of like an area with bamboo like this, and it's just you still have to break it yourself, but it will be collected through a hopper, and that's why I use mud, because under a hopper mud is just a little bit smaller and it will collect. See, there it is. And now a little bit of a step up is a hopper minecart. Now with a hopper minecart, of course you make sure the back and the front is like closed, that it won't fall out. But the minecart will go back and forth, collect all the bamboo and deliver it in the chest. And this is basically how you build it. It's really easy. You have 2 powered rails, a hopper and then a chest, and then with a hopper minecart. Not just a normal minecart, but a hopper minecart going around. And here I am really good in redstone. I saw this back and I was like, yeah, just the level will work as well, believe me. But this is how it works. Now that's not too difficult, is it? And then with some blocks above it, where you can actually plant the bamboo on. And there you basically have your farm working. And I will show you by just throwing some items on the mud. It will be collected and it will be brought in there in the chest. Now another step up is, without doing it manually, is let it break by an observer and a piston. This is how you set that up. I always like a light block, otherwise the farms are dark, but you don't have to use a light block there. You have a piston, observer, a redstone, and then the observer will show when the bamboo is growing in front of it. It will activate the piston, and if you seal this farm off, the hopper minecart will get that bamboo. And this is the mechanic I want to work with, because I want to make an automatic bamboo farm. But I don't want to have this observer this low. No. Bamboo grows really fast. And that's the mechanic I want to use. So I'm gonna make this observer way high in the sky, so the bamboo grows really fast. As soon as one of the bamboo hit one of the observers, the entire line will activate. That's how you collect a lot of bamboo pretty fast. And we all know bamboo. Bamboo is so easy to get, and you can make a lot of things with it. A lot of blocks, of course. The bamboo blocks, the fences and all that stuff. And I do like the look of it. Now this is how high I made it here. It's just, you have to keep in mind that bamboo can only grow between, I believe, 12 and 16 blocks. So don't make it 35 high, because then it will never grow that high and it will never activate. Now here is repeaters and redstone, and I always mess them up with the other ones, but these are the repeaters you need. You need an extra block with redstone there, that one is important. And then behind the observers, because we want to activate them, and when they activate we need that redstone pulse. So we're gonna have a line of redstone, and then we have an observer facing in. And as you can see, you can actually target that little dot, and then the other ones are facing up in the first observer. That's also important. And on this one too, just put a stone there, because the observer will give that stone a signal and the stone will activate the redstone again. Well, that's the theory of it. Do you think I made it right? Will this work? That's always the big question with me and redstone and stuff, but well, let's find out. Yes! I knew it. No, most of the times I make mistakes with farms. So normally I have my shaders on, but this is how it looks without my shaders, because I'm gonna look for a block palette, a color palette for my farm. And I like to just lay blocks around and just see what I like. And I actually like that one, the bamboo with a dark prismarine block on it. And this is how the rest area looks without my shaders. What do you? Do you prefer me playing with shaders on or with shaders off? So now the outside is being built. I'm gonna build the mechanic for the bamboo farm in here. And it is indeed, and this is a bit a longer one than the one I previously showed how to make the different bamboo farms. So I'm gonna have a line of mud, and that is that line over there. And underneath there I need this minecart system. So I'm gonna give myself some room. And I always like to give myself a little bit more room that I can actually walk around in it, what I'm doing. And now it is all being dug out. I'm gonna show you this. So what I do, of course you can build your minecart on here, but I like to actually fill it in with the same colors of the walls I'll be using. If you want to do this later on, you actually have to destroy your minecart hopper system, and I don't want that. So when I finish that all, it is time to make the minecart in here. I'm just using a lever for activation. It works. I have the space, and here as well. And now the question is, if I put a hopper next to an activated rail, will that block my hopper or not? And I'm actually make it too deep, and I do that on purpose, because later on, at some point, I want to make a storage room underneath here with the different kind of crafters for the bamboo. Now you can make a bamboo block, but I also can make the other ones with crafters, and I definitely want to play around with that and then have the area and have the hope line already going down, that I can use it without breaking the entire system. And let me know what kind of autocrafters you want to see me make with bamboo, because for me it's new. I have to learn it myself as well, so I'm definitely gonna try that out. But that is for another episode. Right now I'm just gonna build a farm and hope it works. And I'm looking here, but I made a mistake. This one should be one over to that side. Yeah, I made a mistake there, because then the last block of mud would never be collected. Oh well, you know, even when you make videos, not everything is going perfect in one go. Definitely not with me. We can pretend to be a professional Minecrafter, but we're not. Definitely not. And definitely not with farms or redstone. But I like to try, and I like to try out different things that I haven't done before. So yeah. So now those are on the right positions, yeah. I just need to fill it up with my rail system for the minecart. Hopper minecart, I have to say. So, and you can see I also put some light blocks beneath it, because I actually like to look into it, that it is lit up a little bit. And then turn it on. Yes. Well, if I only turn on the other side as well. Oh, I'm such a noob. But now it works, and I will test it. Bamboo, a full stack of bamboo. Now I'm not sure how much this farm is going to produce, but I guess quite a lot. And maybe one hopper will not be enough. And that's not a problem. I can just stop this one, and then the cart will stop here at my side. And I can actually add some hoppers underneath here going into that one hopper. So you can add a whole rail of hoppers or multiple hoppers. You can also do a chest here and a chest on the other side of the hopper rail of the line, minecart line. I can't speak today. I can't. I'm actually doing this when it's still early in the morning. So, sorry, bear with me. But now we have two hoppers, so I think it will keep up with the farm. And if not, then I will make another chest on the other side as well. No problem there. And now to close this off, I like to be able to see it and to reach it, and that's why I'm actually gonna use a row of glass. I mean, sometimes you try to hide all the redstone stuff, but in this case I kinda like to see that it is still working. And now it is time to build up the farm. I have shown you this before, how to do it. It's like all pistons below, and then here at this height, and I think it's a good height, I will place my observers behind the observers and line with redstone. And the question is, did I make my line too long or is it gonna work? This one is facing in the redstone, this one is all facing up. You can see it on the arrow pointing down, so it's going good. These are all the pistons, so we need 2 stone blocks behind it because we need a repeater and a redstone dust behind it to make that work and activate. And I'll do it like this. And this one is important. You have to get an extra stone block there to reach that block that the observer is going to point into it, and that is going to be here. Now I'm going to test it with the one on the side, see if all the redstone will be collected, of all the bamboo. Yes, they'll activate. So, and this is the building. The building is complete. The farm is inside. But as you can see, it is pretty dark. So I want to light it up more and I want to make a window in. The farm is running and it is actually working pretty good. So the next step is for me to make a window in this really big white wall. And I'm just wondering how big of a window do I want it. So what I like to do is I just make a basic shape. I'm gonna see it from like far away if I like it or not. And of course in this creative server I can fly, and in survival servers you can also fly away with your elytra, or you can use FreeCam to get a little bit of a distance to see if you like the shape and if it is like in proportion with the building, because that's what I'm looking for. I kind of like this shape. I think it's pretty good. Here it is 2 blocks from the door, so should I have it one more higher? Maybe. Let's see. Oh, I kind of like that. So yeah, I think that's the shape I want to go for. The only thing is, I don't like it that I can see that ugly ceiling and ugly wall there. But that's not too difficult, because you can of course just block that off. Now sometimes you want to use every single bit of space. In this case, I don't really need that space. So I'm just gonna block it off with a concrete wall. Now I'm really using concrete and bamboo and the dark prismarine because I like the color, and I also like it's a bamboo farm. So I like to use bamboo on the building or on the side to actually show you what it is and that it is a bamboo farm. So yeah, of course you can make it with other blocks, but I like to showcase the bamboo a little bit, and I think that is a lot better. Now I'm gonna fill up this window, and paint is always a little bit tricky. So that's done there. Yeah, that's a lot of glass. Now I'm gonna frame the window. I'm not sure how to do it, so for me it's always like trial and error. What will work, what won't work, what will look good. Of course I'm gonna use the bamboo again, because I like that. Yeah, something like that can work. Now I try this side. Kind of, how did I do it? I kind of try to mimic it, see if it like it. Now I also want some more color. It's there. And I'm just trying. Do I like it with bamboo? Do I like it with a wall? I want to have some lightning in it, and then some of the background terraforming that will really make this pop out. And this is what I had in mind. Now, I have inside, of course, the bamboo farm that will work, but I also like to showcase on the outside that this is the place to get bamboo. And like I showed you before, in the beginning of this episode, you can actually have manual bamboo farms that you collect with a hopper system. And yeah, of course, I'm using a lot of hoppers. I have an iron farm running, so I have more than enough iron. If you're not that far, of course you also can collect it manually. You don't need the hoppers. And in this case, it's also not just for all the bamboo. It's also to showcase that it is a bamboo farm and more of the aesthetic part of the building and the farm. But I do like it. Now I need some bamboo, and I'm gonna show you how this farm is doing since I've been here, and see, it's doing great, doing absolutely great. And this one will just run when you close in the neighborhood here, or this is the chunk, the spawn area, so the chunks will always be loaded. So this farm will just run and be really, really productive. And I like this area. It's we're building with under the sea, so I kind of like the shape of like a coral disc or something like that. Yes, it's all being finished. So I'm gonna show you around what I've been doing and how the outside is looking. So this is the inside. It's all decorated. I got some chests. I got more light in the farm. On the sides and also on the top, also behind that glass, because I needed more light. Now some bamboo decorations, and of course here's the chest, and look, it's still working, still going pretty good. And then on the outside I've also been working there. I made these 2 areas and some water plants. If you want to know how I make the water plants, in episode 1 I'm showing you basically block by block how I make those water plants. The green one and the yellow green ones, basically the same thing. And here is the mineral farm in kind of a coral disc shape. And yeah, and if you break this, of course, some will be on the side, some will be lost, but the most will be picked up by the hoppers and put in the chest. It is a little bit more of decoration, but if you need some bamboo fast, or you need more bamboo than is in your farm, you can actually get it from here. And I think it will just also, it frames the area, it frames the farm, and I really like that. Now this is how this is all looking without my shaders, and I'm gonna go a little bit back, and then I'm gonna show you with the shaders. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye!